Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. This is William Heineman, your host, and this is Just Force 911, where we look at how our public officials do their job, well, or they don't. Hey, guys, I'm trying to get to 1,200. I'm at 1153 now. If you could subscribe, I'd appreciate the help. Also, the bell icon tells you when I put out a new video. Thumbs up, thumbs down says how I do for you. Hit the like and share button if you would, because it helps my algorithms. Also, this video comes from Harvey Freeberg. Freebird. Yeah. Sorry. Go over and check him out. Subscribe to him. Hit his thumbs up. Help him out. He has a lot more subscribers than I do, but hey, that's the way it goes. I don't know if you guys know it, but in Arizona, we're having some issues with city councils who seem to think that they are above the law and can make rules and regulations to silence the public when they don't want to hear what the public has to say, which I'm not even sure that makes any sense, because these are public servants. We hire these morons, these sovereign citizens, to do a job, and they think they're above the law. They don't have to follow the law. Well, I got news for you. You do have to follow the law, because that's the law of the land. Now, in Tucson, the city council has basically turned rogue and is making up all kinds of laws and regulations to where you can't video, you can't ask questions, you can't boo when you have something that's being said that you don't like. You can clap, but you can't boo. Hello. Yeah, I can't make this crap up, man. This is incredible. So we're going to get on with the video. Do me a favor, if you would, subscribe to me. Subscribe to Harvey Freeberg. Oh, I don't know why I can't say that. Bird, has wings. Tell him I sent you guys over there. And let's check this out, because this is a joke.
Every one of you people here are worth absolutely nothing as far as my tax dollars. I'm sick and tired of paying taxes to people that are just going to steal from the homeless, throw the homeless out of places that they have no other place to go.
Because you definitely don't want to have this guy go against me in court, because he is absolute trash. He should be disbarred, as a matter of fact, and I'm working on that right now, because some of the filings you filed, I could have picked any random person in this meeting right here and they could have did better than that. And that's the city attorney. You couldn't even beat Lane Meyers in court.
He says he's just one of our auditors. He doesn't want to be told what to do, and he don't want to follow instructions. And I think that's called an American anywhere else. They shouldn't be able to make you do anything if you don't break the law. But all you have to do to break the law in Tucson is carry a camera. I got 8 charges that just got moved from city court over to county court for the same thing, filming in Tucson.
Hey guys, I'm going to do something that I haven't done before. I'm calling all of the auditors that are out there to come to Tucson and film. Please, any auditor that wants to come to Tucson and film, because this is getting out of hand and totally and completely ridiculous. We have the same problem in Surprise, Arizona. The same thing going on. They write rules, and it's unconstitutional. And the AG even says it's unconstitutional, and they do it anyway. So any auditor that's out there, if you guys can come to Arizona, please give us a hand in Tucson, Surprise, Phoenix, Mesa. These are all bad organizations that need to be brought back under, following the rules and regulations and the laws.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. And yes, I am wearing the Officer Safety is Cowardice shirt. But today I have 3 First Amendment legends lined up at the Tucson City Council meeting, and they are going to just give explosive public comments. The first one to speak, his name is Pigs Under Pressure. It used to be one of my favorite YouTube channels. When this lady calls his name, she says, Mr. Meoff, Jack Meoff, because that's what he signed up as. It's kind of funny. But anyways, I digress. Pigs Under Pressure was on a public sidewalk a year or longer ago recording, and he was actually arrested for trespassing on a public sidewalk. Then they charged him with disorderly conduct for something that Tucson Police Sucks said, which we're going to hear Tucson Police Sucks public comment in a minute also. And Pigs Under Pressure did an amazing job defending himself in court. I actually watched it. Somebody was live streaming it in the audience. And I mean, it just goes to show you how corrupt Tucson is. They convicted him on just garbage. He didn't even break the law to begin with. He's done exhausted all of his appeals. So now he just goes to these Tucson City Council meetings and unloads on them every time he has the chance. Then Lane Meyers, one of my favorite new coming activists, is going to speak after him. Even though he's one of my favorite activists to come along recently, he is probably my least favorite cameraman. So we got to work on that, Lane. But I love you. Lane has been constantly harassed by Tucson, Pima County, frivolous arrests, frivolous prosecutions. He has many lawsuits coming, so we're going to hear from him. And then a First Amendment OG legend, Tucson Police Suck, is going to be speaking after Lane Meyers. And this guy's been around ever since I started watching First Amendment audit videos. This guy has been in the scene, on the scene. I used to watch him and James Freeman many, many years before I even had my own YouTube channel. This guy is a legend. Very interesting thing about Tucson Police Suck, he actually has, and I don't know the correct word to call it, I don't think it's a 501c3, but he has, through the city and the county, if you get in trouble and you get community service, you can work off your community service through Tucson Police Suck. And the kind of the kind of activities you can do to get your community service taken care of through him is filming the police, recording the police, and going to these city council meetings and speaking. He is going to touch on that during his public comment, but I've been talking too much. Let's just play the video. It's awesome. You guys enjoy it.
Jack Meoff.
Jack Meoff.
Hello. I'd like to start off with Mike Rankin over here trying to eliminate freedom of speech in here. I think that's ridiculous. Same thing with this guy over here, S. Wilson. We're allowed to clap in this council meeting, but we're not allowed to boo if we disagree with something. Is that the truth that I'm hearing here? You also have a administrative order in the courts where we can't record in the traditional public forums. I think that we need to do away with that, Mayor Regina Romero. You ought to look into these unjust and unconstitutional things that they're doing with the courts. We need these courts, right? For justice? What do you think? What do you think, Mike Rankin? Huh? Not even a blink of the eye. That's about all I get out of you. It's about all you're worth for the city of Tucson. Every one of you people here are worth absolutely nothing as far as my tax dollars. I'm sick and tired of paying taxes to people that are just going to steal from the homeless, throw the homeless out of places that they have no other place to go. And you guys are trying to come up with these resources, funneling a bunch of money in your own pockets. I was recently arrested, Regina Romero, for trespassing on a public sidewalk and for disorderly conduct for what somebody else said. And then your Tucson City courts railroaded me on that. I'm sure you don't have a comment on that, but you guys need to think about your actions of the people below you and start thinking about the recourse and the consequences and repercussions that could come to you folks. I think you folks should be held accountable. There's no other recourse for any of us. So we're here to speak on behalf of the people, not you corrupt, bureaucratic, political parasites is what you guys are. Every one of you. sell TEP. I don't give a shit about TEP. That means nothing to me. Do what you guys want to do with it. You want to make everything a private entity so you can make up rules and there's policies and procedures override our constitutional rights. That's not going to fly for very much longer. I'm just letting you guys know, I'm warning you guys. Lawsuits and shit are going to start flying. So I'm to the end of my ropes. I've appealed these decisions by these judges, and I've got no other place to go. So I'll continue to come here and speak my mind. And for this scumbag to tell somebody that they can't boo, but people can clap, I'm going to boo to that. You're going to arrest me for that? I didn't think so. It's my constitutional right to come up here and speak. It's my constitutional right to clap, and it's my constitutional right to boo if I want to. Don't arrest people for booing.
Hell yeah, that was awesome. I forgot to mention in the introduction, Lane Meyers was arrested not too long ago in this same city council meeting for booing. Everybody was clapping, and he said boo. He was arrested. So that's what he was talking about, and we're going to hear from Mr. Lane Meyers himself right now.
Lane Meyers.
Then they're booing. You hear him?
Go or what? Cool. Well, I finally made it up here because last time I came here, I got arrested before I could even make it up here unlawfully, you know. And then this man right here, Mike Rankin, spent 6 months making up motions in court, pulling every legal trick in the book, and they all failed, didn't they, Mike? Yep, they all failed. And then the clerk doesn't like to respond. Maybe not you personally, but Susan doesn't like to respond. I put in multiple notices of claim. How come I haven't got receipt that they've been acknowledged that you've received them? Of course, you can't answer because you're just here to listen. Lane Santa Cruz is over here. I used to live next door to her. She used to put notes on my van telling me not to park in front of her house on a public street or she'd call the police. So go look back in November of 2022, there's going to be police reports of her telling me that that's the hill I'm going to die on. So she's obviously retaliating against me as soon as I came in here last time. But now we do need to find some peace because last time you guys are all super hyper, go blue, go blue, go blue, all this. You were down at the meetings talking in Chicago thinking you guys were going to brainwash enough people to come in here. But now, I mean, you have to respect me. I'm a grown ass man. I come in here. I contribute to this community. I am a member. I'm friends with all these people. I support their rights. They support my rights. That's all we have is each other. I actually support all your rights too. But the thing is that how Romero, on the same night that you had me arrested, you were talking about this is our chamber, that our rights are everybody's rights, and everybody. But I've been trying to subpoena you for 6 months. Where you been? 6 months I've been putting subpoenas in between the two courts, city and justice court, and they've been dodging it. And now they dropped the charges instead of putting you on the stand. But you're not going to get away unless you write me a check for at least $300,000. That's the going rate for arresting somebody at the meeting unlawfully now. $300,000, Rankin. So get it going. $300,000. Write my name on it. $300,000. You arrested this guy for booing. That's the going rate. Or you can waste. You're going to be up here asking, "Hey, we need taxpayer money to pay our lawyers," because you definitely don't want to have this guy go against me in court because he is absolute trash. He should be disbarred, as a matter of fact, and I'm working on that right now because some of the filings you filed, I could have picked any random person in this meeting right here and they could have did better than that. And that's the city attorney. You couldn't even beat Lane Meyers in court.
Lane Meyers is one of the best pro se lawyers that I've ever seen defend himself. But if you don't feel confident in defending yourself in court and you live in the Houston, Galveston area, this word from our sponsor is just for you. Let me tell you about a lawyer that I believe in and work with on a regular basis. The Ruiz Law Firm. They're located in Pearland, Texas. A car accident, any kind of action of this video.
So what are you going to do now? Spend more taxpayer money, right? Pay one of your buddies in Tucson, and they're going to lose in court too. And I told you that ahead of time, didn't I? I told you, don't get in a courtroom with Lane Meyers because you'll lose. Matt Walker, all of them, right? MJ Raciti, Matt Walker, Judge Crenshaw, Judge Mayhew, all of them, right? They all tried and failed, didn't they? Every one of you can blame Mike Rankin because all of you are going to be defendants in a federal lawsuit because of bad legal advice from Mike Rankin.
Mark, I think it's Mark Brown. Mark Brown.
That was an amazing public comment. And of course, I'm booing because they arrested him for booing. Come arrest me, Tucson. All three of these guys' YouTube channel will be in the description.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. I'm gonna get this one. Yep, thank you, Mayor and Council. I'm trying to remember where I left off last time. I know I got beeped on my 3 minutes. Well, I was talking about Brandon Williams, who makes $180,000 a year. And, oops. And he arrested me, took me over to the jail after they threw me on the floor at the city court just for going to court. And they choked me out in the at the county jail. Brandon Williams filmed it, and I sent it to all you guys. Mayor back then, I sent it to every one of you. And when they was torturing me, he says to the guards that are going to torture me, he's just one of our auditors. This came off of his body-worn camera. He says, he's just one of our auditors. He doesn't want to be told what to do, and he don't want to follow instructions. And I think that's called an American anywhere else. But they torture you for that at Pima County Jail with Brandon Williams filming it so they can remember the torture. And that's why I sent it all to you. At the 47-minute mark is when they start the torture on me of Brandon Williams' body-worn camera. And like I mentioned, he makes $180,000 a year. That would feed a lot of homeless people. That'll feed a lot of homeless vets. If we would just fire Brandon Williams for torturing veterans and get some people in here that care about people. When he says that I don't want to be what to told, I want to remind everybody here, what brought me to Tucson was the Air Force. I was in SAC and in NATO and nuclear weapons. And they taught us not to follow unlawful orders. I was, because you don't want somebody following a lawful order that says, hey, launch or whatever, you know, because we had to follow lawful, authenticated orders. I was taught not to follow lawful or unlawful orders and unauthenticated orders. And every order that these guys give are always unlawful, unauthenticated orders. They shouldn't be able to make you do anything if you don't break the law. But all you have to do to break the law in Tucson is carry a camera. I got 8 charges that just got moved from city court over to county court for the same thing, filming in Tucson. And I want to invite everybody. I'm signing off on community service through Veterans United. So anyone that has to do community service, go to TucsonPoliceSuck@gmail.com and I'll do community service. I'll sign off on it for cop watching, court watching, coming to City Hall and expressing your opinion counts. So anybody that wants to do that, go to TucsonPoliceSuck@gmail.com. Thank you.
Russell Lowe.
Like I said, that's the legend. Tucson Police Suck, an OG in this community. His link will be in the description, along with Pigs Under Pressure and Lane Meyers' link. And with that being said, you guys have a good week. I'll see y'all later.
All right, guys. So, Mr. Freeberg, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Sorry to use your video, but that's just, you know, we need to get the word out. We need the auditors to come down to Tucson. And because I know James Freeman and the little Oriental dude used to come down here all the time to Tucson, and they haven't been down here in a while. God, I wish I could remember that young man's name. It escapes me. I know James remembers him because they're still friends. I used to enjoy watching him because he goes, arrest me. I don't care. I'll beat it in court. And he did every single time. But anyway, if you would, guys, reach out to Freebird And thank you very much. I appreciate it. And we'll put the information down below so you guys can look at it if you want. You guys have a great and wonderful day. We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.